3 years ago, people from around the world mobilized to defend something they thought was important. Since then, what they cared about was destroyed. Net neutrality is the principle that all internet service providers must treat all data on the internet the same, regardless of its content. And in 2014, much like with the PIPA and SOPA protests of 2011, the internet valiantly went to war to defend the platforms they cherished. And now in 2017, the guardians of the holy sites are once again calling a crusade to defend the internet. But something is different this time. Something doesn't quite feel right. All this talk of fast lanes, throttling, paying for shared service, limiting user access to certain sites, charging companies for access to users while providers promote their own content over that of others, and being unable to do anything about it because the monopolies control everything, makes me think the dystopia you fear is already here. In 2014, there was still plausible deniability that the sites which would stand to lose the most from the end of net neutrality cared about their users like their users cared about them. Despite the unequal relationship, there was still a sense that a social contract was being maintained between users and sites, and so when these sites asked their users for help, we happily obliged. But since the 2015 ruling upholding net neutrality, these very same sites have repeatedly done everything in their power to make the internet anything but neutral. These sites take it for granted that we will take their sides against the ISPs, but they will not listen to us when we voice our concerns about their actions. The trending tab is a sponsored tab. Independent creators cannot monetize on current events, while media companies can. And videos YouTube disagrees with are placed in a limited access state. The fast lanes already exist, and they came from those who said they would protect us. In a similar way that the removal of net neutrality wouldn't be such a bad thing if there's multiple ISPs to choose from, as the different companies would be able to come up with unique services to fit individual needs. If it was not for the fact that tech giants are monopolies, the changes we've been experiencing wouldn't be so bad. But until the existing alternatives rise up, the main sites will be just as much common carriers as the ISPs. The ISPs hold enormous power over the websites, as the ISPs can control which data and how their customers will be able to view it. They provide the platform to deliver the website's data to the users, but the websites are also responsible for delivering our content to our viewers. Since 2014, the calculus has changed. We can no longer rely on platforms to be neutral with us, but for the first time we have the leverage necessary to challenge the tech giants. If the internet is going to be neutral, then it should be neutral for everyone, but that can only be possible if we raise the same level of outrage that the sites want us to have against the ISPs against the sites themselves. Demand neutrality for all.